Bum 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 bum.
Tomatoes?
Hello, welcome to video 4. What is listening for input action? Let's run through our quick little example here. I have my character who can move around and jump, no problems here. I hit my pause menu. I've now disabled the ability for my player to jump because we're listening for the jump action and telling it to do nothing. Now when I hit the P key again, what we're doing is checking to see if I'm listening, is listening for input action. Are we listening for my jump? And if so, I'm telling it to go ahead and just ignore that. And you notice I can jump again. And if I hit the P key one more time, now that we can jump, we close our menu. So let's go ahead and look at how this works. I don't have anything special here in our construct. All we're doing is listening for my pause button and listening for my jump button. In the case of the pause button, we're running this code. In the case of the jump button, we're simply calling consume input, which is a blank event that's doing nothing. What matters is our is listening for input action node, and then our true false branch after it. So how does this work? If we type in listening for input action, we have is listening for input action, and it's going to come up like this. It's pretty simple. It's going to take a user widget for the target. Traditionally, this will be the user widget that's calling it because it only works inside of user widgets. And then it has an action name for the input. The action name is the name of the action inside of our project settings. In this case, it's jump. And you'll see in this example here, I'm basically listening for jump. And it returns true or false. If it's true, I'm telling it to stop listening. This node's covered in a separate video. And if it's false, it's going to go ahead and remove itself from the parent, which means close this pause menu. Kind of a silly example, but it's meant to illustrate basically we're checking this twice, and it's going to go ahead and fire off twice. So let me go ahead and pause our branch here, and we'll go ahead and run this. We'll run it again. I can move and jump. I pause. Everything's fine, but I can't jump. I hit the pause button again. We fire off our branch. Are we listening for an input action called jump? In this case, it's true, so I'm going to go ahead and stop listening. We'll go ahead and resume, and I can jump. We hit pause again, and it asks again. Are we listening for an input action jump? In this case, it's false. We only set this up once when it was started, and the last time we ran through this branch, we went ahead and removed it. So now we are no longer listening, and we're going to fire off our false branch and remove this from the parent. And as you notice, we're now good to go. We can run it through again. That's all our input node does, is listening for input action. It's useful if you need to see if something is bound already, and if you need to take action appropriately. It's going to go ahead and return back a true or false based on the action name you put in. That is going to wrap up the is listening for input action node.